What's good, y'all, man? Let's get right straight to it. Now, being silent is super powerful. You can attract good quality people around you and have accountability on the things that you're going to say. Now, there's four things, actually three things that you can do. And the first thing is knowing. Having a conversation is super powerful. Now, if you see me looking like this way, because I took notes, so that's why I'm gonna be looking this way. Now, it's important that you be selective about the people you're around with because that is a big influence. Because let's say that you're having a normal conversation with somebody, right? You're feeling good, and somebody says, "Hey, I don't like your chain, I don't like your hair, I don't like your shoes." That one single comment will like destroy your day. That's how really powerful conversations can be. Now, don't indulge in useless conversations, like nonsense, low quality things. They talk about clothes, hoes, women, all that nonsense, games. Oh, man, like no one cares, and it's nonsense. Why would you interact in that? You shouldn't interact in those things because being having a conversation is super, 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 super powerful. Whenever they're indulging in low quality things, be silent. Just sit there. Unless they ask you a question, you answer back. But other than that, just sit there and just be quiet. Just why are you gonna indulge in useless activities that bring no value? For what reason? There's no need to. There's no need to. For what? There don't have to be. There's no need to. Because you don't got to do that. You don't got to be cool with everybody. You don't gotta be cool with everybody. Because most of them are probably fake. Most of them are not even good quality people. Most of them are not even worthy of having. I'd rather have one good friend rather than have 100 friends. Because quality matters more, man. Now the second thing that you can do is listen. A lot of people don't listen. A lot of people just talk, 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 talk. A lot of people don't listen. That's why we have ears. That's why God made us have ears to listen. Because nowadays we just talk. We don't talk, 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 talk. Now listening is an important skill that you should have. Because if you listen, you are going to have a better connection with the person that you're talking to. Even with the girls, you gonna have a better connection with her. Know what she likes, what's her dislikes, and if she has a bad personality, if she's is she right for you because you're listening. You're like half looking like, oh yeah, yeah, just shaking your head like this. Oh yeah. No, if you're actually listening, you will actually feel a connection. You actually gonna learn something. Man, learn in school, man, learning YouTube videos. That's what I'm doing. I learn. That's why I took these notes and I put these videos. Now, listening is important in life because if you listen, you go through life amazingly. I mean, if you listen about vices, if you listen to somebody who's good, you know, who's been through experience, will do good for you. It's important, man. It's important. Now, just sit back and listen, bro. Just sit back and listen. Just sit back and just listen like what they're saying. Just interact with that conversation. Don't just scratch head. Don't just halfway be like that. No, actually interact with what they're saying. Actually listen, and even if you hate it, still listening. Listening is key in life. If you're listening in life, you'll be good because you will actually learn something. You will learn something, and you'll be in tune with the thing that you're with, like in school subject. If you listen with me, I've come from experience. I used to hate math, and I stopped. I never listened. I listened, but halfway listening, I failed. I didn't do good, and like when I actually listened and actually started paying attention, I actually stay in tune, have a better connection in math. I did super well. I did excellent. I did amazing, and that's how it is in life. if you actually listen to people, because that's how most relationships fail, because they get assume something and they don't listen. They just talk. They don't let each other listen. They just all talk. A lot of people just love to talk. That's how a lot of relationships breaks up, a lot of friendships, because they assume that they do something, but they never let the person talk because they don't listen. All they do is talk. Just shut up. Just shush. Just shush. Just shush. They don't do that. That's why so many people freaking have bad relationships with their partners and friendships, because they all indulge and talk. Excuse me. Ah, excuse me. All I do is just talk. Just sit back and listen. Now the third thing that you can do is be aware of what you're saying, or think before you speak. Be selective with the words you're saying. Don't just don't say some random stuff. Don't indulge in low quality things that there's no reason to talk about pointing things. What's the point? Don't bring a value. Whenever you speak, do it with purpose. At least if you're gonna say something random, have at least have some weight on it. Don't just talk. You just talk. You just like whatever. At least have some weight on it. Do something with it. Have some purpose. You should always speak with values. Don't speak with no value. Always speak with value. Even if it's a joke, speak with value. Because like I said, what's the point in indulging in pointless things? Be selective. Have accountability. What you're saying. A lot of people don't have accountability because all they do is talk. They don't think before they speak. They don't think the bad things will happen to them. They just speak. They're like, oh yeah, I'm gonna speak. I'm gonna. Even the actions too. They don't think before they speak about the actions. I made a video about that. All they do is just blah. Yeah, they don't do it, and it's just what it is. They don't have accountability. Now, if you think we speak, have accountability. Things like that. Now, there's no need to speak negative things to people if you hate them, because your words is super bad. Now, and there's also too, be selective on who you be around with too, because listen, this is true. If you're a little friend group or a little your environment, right? It's always negative. You hear negative things, your mouth will come out as negative things. You will think negative about yourself and have negative things about people. That's how you gospel. That's how your environment is super important. That's how I want to be around with good people, good quality people. It's super hard, but if you can't find them, be positive yourself, or find God, find Jesus. That's the true way. That's how it is. If you can't find them, find God. God will lead you right. God will help you. I'm telling you. Your environment is super crucial. It's super crucial. Now, you should not focus on things that matter. I mean, if possible, I say, don't indulge in pointless activities, not activities, nonsense conversation about games, people, whatever it is. But just stop, man. Just have more positive thoughts, positive thoughts, and you have a better life. Write down good affirmations. I will be successful today. All that stuff, man. Just be good, bro. Just stay cool. Just stay cool. Always feel with values. You know, if you're actively listening, thank you for your speak. If you're in the conversation, just thank you for speaking. You're like, okay. Now, my last point. I mean, it's not a big point, but I'm not look. I'm not saying to be super solid like Mr. Mystery, because don't do that. What I'm saying is just be selective on the things that you say and who you talk to. That's what I'm just saying overall. That's the whole message. Just whenever you indulge in nonsense conversation, quit, be quiet. Now, there's also this. You will also attract people because people love mystery. Now, if you're mystery, especially in girls, they always love to. investigating something, investigating something. They love to be like, oh, what's he got going on? Oh, he has not been talking about. Oh, he hasn't been snapping about me, or he's doing this or all that. Now, people love that. They, like I said, they love to investigate. They love to figure out what's going on because they love being part of what they're not in. That's what they love. Now, you know, even if you attract them, be selective on who you attract because if you attract a lot of people, right, some of them might be fake. Some of them are just there. That's why you become more aware, more accountability, more selective on who you select in your little environments. That's why it's super crucial. You gotta be more selective, more selective. Now, just don't, again, and last point I'm gonna say is just don't do it for the sake of, I'm gonna be mystery, I'm gonna attract people. No, don't do that, bro. I'm telling you, do not do that. Don't get this mixed up. Just do this to quality, just better up your quality of life, to attract good people. Look, I'm saying to attract your own life, not to attract people. Now, you're going to attract good people. But I'm saying, do not just do the sake of just want to be mystery. Don't do this. Just focus on upgrading your life and upgrade with God. That's all that matters. That's all it is, man. Now, that's other thing I gotta say is, you know, those are the three. I say, I say three things. Those are the three things that you will see a big difference. If you become silent, if you don't indulge in nonsense things and really good things. Well, that's all about it, man. Hope take care, focus on God, find God, focus on God, read your Bibles. Honestly, thou shalt be saved. Reads Romans chapter 10, verse 9. If thou shalt confess with thy mouth that Jesus Christ died on the cross, thou shalt be saved. See you later, man.